Hello team and welcome to Selenium training. So today we are going to discuss about the advanced reporting using an extend report and how to configure jar files and simple program and then analyze the result. So if you talk about the report, we have to submit a log files as well, and how to generate these log files using a log4j jars, that also we are going to see today. So let's start with the demonstration how to perform the extend report, right? So if you are aware about that, we have a different types of report, right? Using an ant also we can generate a report, right? So there are different types of the reports are there, like HTML report. We can have an Excel report, Word format report, PDF format report. Any different types of the formatting reports are there. So using this extend report, we will get it, the HTML type of a report. So we are going to see how to generate this extend report, right team? So let's take a simple demonstration, you know, on a simple application, and that is a Orange HRMS. Hope that all of you are aware about this. Yes, Mr. Raj, are you there? Yes? Okay, fine. See, now, anyways, if you have any queries that we will discuss later on, okay, and you have to note it down whatever queries you have, so we can discuss it in details. Yes, team. So let's start with this, the demonstration, how to get an extend report. So yes, first of all, what we have to do, we have to just go through the application. We have to understand this Orange HRMS and what is our, this scenario is. The scenario is we want to validate the login window, right? So let me open that, the Orange HRMS simple or the sample application. So let's start. Let's do it practically. Okay, team. Yes. So see, this is the extend report is there. So I'm going to show you later on. So before that, I want to get it into, this Orange HRMS sample application, correct? And yes, team, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it down the script, okay, to perform the login activity, and I want to generate a report. Not only the report, I want to generate a logs also. Logs is nothing but what is a log? Log is nothing but the steps, correct? The steps. Yes, I entered username, which is a valid one or not. I entered a password. Yes. So the log file which helps you to track your, the error or a mistake. If you make any mistake, you can track it or you can trace it very easily. The developers are normally try to use this kind of the stuff like log files. They will generate it and they will track it, okay, like kind of a debugging, that kind of a thing. But yes, we are going to see a log file. Log files is normally, we can make it in the text file, so it will give you the details. There are different formats are available, okay. We can call this as different types of the patterns, the different types of the patterns, like okay, I want in ddmm yy format, or I want in mmdd yy format, or the specific time should be there, and each and every detail, okay. So there are different formats or the patterns are there. Yes. So let's start with the demonstration with this, how to get it into this. So before that, you have to open an Eclipse, okay, right team? Everybody aware about this Eclipse, right? And you have to configure a WebDriver, and you have to create one demo project, and I have created one, the my package. Yes team. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a WebDriver script, correct? So now just open a Java class. Yes, Java class. I have to give a login script, correct? So I can give it's a test scenario or the test script. Okay, test script login is the name of my script. I don't want a public static. If you want to take it, the public static void main, that also you can get it into that, right? So if we are using a test ng, the test ng, it is a ready-made framework, or that we will discuss later on in details, right? So we are going to see the different types of the annotation, what does mean by annotation and etc. So anyways, yes, we are discussing about the WebDriver. So yes, I'm going to select this public static void main and click on the finish pattern. Yes, team. So make sure that all the required jar files are, you have configured it. So yes, here it is a reference library. It contains all the required jars for a WebDriver. Okay. So is it visible to all of you? Let me, just expand this font size. I just want to go to the preferences, see general, right? Go to the preferences, general, then the appearance, then the color and the font. Go to the basics, right? And go down and see text font. Edit this text font and make it it's 14 or 16, right? So it will be very, the clear and visible. Yes, fine. Now, team, let's start to understand how to write it down, how to launch. I can say that how to launch Firefox browser, right? So I have to create, how to launch it. So first I have to create an instance of a WebDriver, right? Firefox driver. So how to create an instance? So I have to write it down. The WebDriver of driver, correct? So web driver of driver equals to new Firefox driver. Now it is a case sensitive. Yes. So you have to make sure that everything, that is C, W is capital, D is also capital. Then the Firefox driver is also, the F is capital, D is capital. Now, if I move my cursor over, WebDriver, I'm getting some options. It helps you to add a required files or the class or the WebDriver, the interfaces. So now if you go and see, I am getting one option called as a import WebDriver. And if you see the references org openqa.selenium, correct? I configured this required jars. So let me add it. Yes, it's done. The same for the Firefox. If I move my cursor over Firefox driver, then I am getting some suggestions. I'm going to add it this Firefox driver. Yes, perfectly right. So the script, the single line, what it does, it launches the Firefox browser. Yes, team? Yes. Let me, go through and add some, the web elements. What is mean by the web elements? Web elements are nothing but the objects, correct? These are the different objects are there. So I want to capture this object. I want to identify this object. So there are different approaches are there to identify this object, correct? By text. We have gone through this, the by text, then the by link text, right? Then the CSS. So we are going to see, this different types of the elements. How could you find out? So using here we have a Firebug. So let me open it and I want to identify like an object spy in QTP. We are going to check the username has some identity, right? Password has some identity. So just I want to identify the username is going to be identified by what? The password is going to identify by what? And the login is going to be identified by what? So let's spy this. So click on this, the inspect button and move your cursor. If you go and check, you are getting something, the details about that object or a web element. So when I select this, you are getting this XPath, right? Or you are getting the ID is txt username. So or by name txt username. So you can identify that object or a web element by using a name, by ID or by XPath. Correct? You can take any one of this. So let's see. Let me copy this, the ID is equal to text username. So driver dot, okay, driver dot. Now see, driver is an instance, it is an object. Now we are getting all the different properties and the methods which are associated with this Firefox driver, correct? So I want to identify. So we have a find element method. So find element, we are getting a reference by capital by, and when I press dot, I'm getting all this by ID, by name, by text, whatever it is. So I copied it by ID. So let me do it this, and just complete it. Now paste this ID, reference ID, control V, correct? And the name or the ID is txt username. Yes. So team, see what we did. We identify that object by using an ID and the name of that username is txt username. Now I want to enter, I want to enter something into it. Means it is a text box. I have to send something into it, right? So send keys is a method and we have to pass an argument. So admin is a username team. Correct. And let me complete this all this stuff. The same way I have to identify the object for a password. So just copy this, copy and paste and just let me check for a password, right? So inspect and check the password and ID is txt password. I just want to copy this. Yes, correct and just paste it. Replace txt username as control V. Done. Now I'm getting some error because of the the version conflict. Let me go and do it. It is compatible with 1.7. Yes. Okay. Done. Now what I did, I launched this, the browser, right? Yes, very important. What I want to enter when I launch it, I have to pass the URL team. Correct. URL means I have to enter something into it, right? When I launch the browser. So when I launch the browser, I have to copy this URL and I want to open that URL using a navigate to or a get method. So let me driver dot get, right? And the URL is this. Yes. So now it opens that URL. If you want to maximize it, right? By default, it is, it's a normal size. So we want to maximize that screen. Then I have to use to maximize that screen is driver dot manage. Correct. Manage is a method for a window, right? I want to maximize it. Done. Yes. Now what I did, the first step is we have created an instance of Firefox driver. Perfectly right. It launches the, this demo site, open open source demo orangehrms.com. We maximize it. Then we find the element and we are entering something into it like admin. So if you go and check it's admin, it will take by default admin. Okay. Yes, I'm going to close it. No, just I want to again verify this login window, login button. Identify by btn login. Identify by btn login. Correct. So two steps are over. Correct. Now see what I'm going to do is, yes. Now I am going to identify this object again, driver dot find element by ID. Correct. By ID is button log, and then what I want to perform, I want to perform the click operation, right? Yes, so I want to click on it. Perfectly right. Now next, excuse me, just I want to, yes, I clicked on the login button. Now I want to close that, the log out that operation, right? So what I want to do is, and before that, yes team, if I want to check whether the login is successfully logged in or not, correct? So I want to put some assert method. Assert is nothing but the validation. Okay, expected and actual results. So let's start. Let's take one, the example like string of title equals to, yes, driver dot get title, see get title. So once it gets launched successfully, then you will get it the title. So I want to check whether the title it contains something, So I just want to put, the assert method. Assert class dot assert true. Assert true. Okay. Boolean condition. What Boolean condition is? Title, title, title dot contains. Title contains what it contains? It contains orange, HRMS, or only orange, no problem. It contains orange or orange HRMS. So what I want to perform, I want to check whether the title contains orange HRMS or not. Yes, it's strike out. Just let me go and close this JUnit. I just want to import it. Assert for test ng. Yes, team. Now what I did a validation part. Correct. Now I want to close the browser. Correct. So just I want to go and driver dot close is there as well as the quit method is there. And we are going to see what is the difference between quit and the close later on. EST. So hope this is clear to all of you. What is our objective? Yes, this is done. It's a very simple program. What I did, I launched the browser with this orange HRMS site. I maximized it. I entered the login. I clicked on the button, and just I'm checking whether the login is successfully logged in or not. And just I want to put it into the report. So when I run this, I won't get in any report, but I want in a the fantastic way in a manner. You should get it the HTML report with the different logs and everything, images. If I want to get it and into image whether it has some problem or it is successfully done. So just I want to check it out all this stuff. So let's start. Yes, so yes team, you have to check it out, the extend reports, right? So let me go and check it out what is extend report is about. So if you go, these are the different jars are available. You have to go and download all the jars, required jars. Okay, right? So I have already downloaded. If you go and check, this is the jar files are there. You have to be downloaded. Okay. And if I want to check a sample application or sample kind of a report, I just want to go and check what is this, the sample report, and you will get it all the documentations over here in details. If you go and check it out, version number 1 doc and this, you will get it very good documentation over here. And this is what this is the report looks like this. So these are the step names are there in the details when it executed, how many test cases are passed, how many test cases are fail, and the skip, everything with the different the steps. And you will get it the image also. Yes team, we are going to do it practically so you will be able to understand how exactly it look like. Okay team, yes. So hope yes, I have downloaded it. I need to configure it. So see team, the very important thing, you have to store your all the software in the Selenium software folder. You have to create it and store Eclipse, then extend report jars or log4j jars, POI jars, JXL jar, whichever you want. You can just save it in the specific folder. Create a specific folder, save all your jars over there. Yes, team. So yes, so I want to take this extend report jars. Okay. So how to configure it? Right click, Go to the properties. Correct. There are different ways are there to configure it. Okay, so it's not like that you have to go to the properties and then do it. You can go directly to this, the menu options. You will get it different options over there. Right, team? Yes. So you want to add an external JAWS and I have to give the specific path. Correct. Yes. So let me open it, this extended JAWS, and just open it. Done. So let's start one by one, team. Okay. I want to understand how to perform this, the exchange report. So first we need to create an object for the exchange reports. So how to create an exchange report object? So yes, let me go and check one documentation. So Java version 1 doc standard grid. Okay. Yes. So how to initialize, how to create a steps, how to, yes, basic usage, right? See, let me check how to initialize the basic usage contribute. Okay, and example of correct. So we can create, this extend reports, extend and the extend report dot get and main dot class. This is a syntax for creating an object of extend report. Main class, this main class. Okay, let me copy this and let's start. Okay, I want to create an object, right? Let me create this object first. Correct. And my class name is TS login. So you have to replace with main it's TS login. Right. So now just move your cursor over extend reports. I'm getting some, the options like import those extend reports. Done. So if you see this, the extend reports of extend and then extend reports dot get ts login dot class is done. No error, nothing is there. Okay. So now I have launched the Firefox browser successfully, right? So, and I launched my application successfully. Now what I want to do, I want to write a log. I want to generate a log. So let me, just put it this extend. What does this extend does? Extend, it is an object that I have created for this extend reports. Then dot. When I press dot, I'm getting a different methods. See, attach screenshot is there, end test is there. Yes, now we have to start the test, right? So initialize. So I want to make it out where I want to save my HTML file location, correct? So in it is a method. So I have to specify the path where I want to save. So I want to save on C drive and the name of the report is sample report dot html and replace existing. What it means by replace existing? Boolean value. Yes, Boolean value means true or false. So yes, whether if I run it in the second time, it should overwrite it. So this is what initialize. I give the path, it's C colon sample report dot html. Name of the report is sample report dot html and it's true. Correct. So what it does, it will overwrite. If I run it in second time, it will overwrite that the previous report. Yes, team. Yes. Now, yes, team. This is done. Now I want to start it. So start extend dot start test. Correct. So you can specify the name. Yes. So start name, I want to check that, it is a test script for login. Anything you can give a test script for login validation, or I can give login validation. Instead of this, I can give login validation report. Validation report. Yes, team. Getting my point. Now this is what I did. What I did, I created an instance for this extend reports. Then we are telling where you have to save, whether you want to overwrite it or not. and then I started with the name called as a login validation report. So you will get it the detailed description, that login validation report. Yes, whether you have maximized it. So I want to tell that the the browser is maximized. So like a logs. So how to write it down the log? See, it's very simple. It is extend dot logger. Yes, log and the status. What is a log status? Log status dot it is information. It's not a pass or a fail. I just want to give that the browser is launched successfully. Maximize it. So browser is maximized. Done. Correct. Now what? Yes, this is done. Now what I want to do? I want to enter username. Correct. So I can give the information that username, entered username, info, entered username, entered username. Then what do you want to do? I want to write it down. The next step is I entered password. So I entered password. So this is a information. It is not a pass or a fail, right, Tim? Remember. Now I clicked on it, login button. So click login button, and then what you have captured this, the validation is done, Tim. So information is okay. No, I don't want to get into the information. I want to make it its pass or a fail. So make it pass or fail. Just check it out the different status. Error is there, fail is there, right? Then pass is also there, skip is also there. Yes. So make it out pass. And then say login validation is done successfully, right? So I can say that title is verified. Title is verified. Done, team. Now when I quit it, close it. So you can say yes, it is closed successfully, or anything, information that you can give. Anyways, no problem. You can just go ahead with extend dot start is there, so might be end should be there, end test. Correct. So end test. So start date and the start test and end test. What it does, in between we have written all your the extend reports, how it performs, what are the different steps you entered, and even if you want to add a screenshot also, team, right? See, if you want to add a screenshot, okay, before quit I just want to add one screenshot, right? So attach screenshot is there, so you can specify the the particular path of your PNG format or JPG format, whatever you have the the formats. So you have to give the path of that. And otherwise, if you want to capture your runtime, you can write it down, the method, and you can call that method. So it will automatically captures yours, that the particular step. So yes, team. Just I want to give the comment over there. I think hope this is done. Let me check it out whether this the report is getting generated or not. So save this file. Yes, save this file, and let me check first. Okay. Now what I did here, it is a test ng. Correct. And here I'm using, what is this? This is a web driver, public static void main. So team, see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to make it out as a test ng. It is a test ng format. So I'm going to write it down the public void login test method. Name of the method is login test is the name of the method. Correct. And we have to use a annotation is called as a test. See what I did. First I written into WebDriver converted into a test ng. So annotation. Done team? See, this is called as a annotation, test annotation. And we perform this activities. Yes, perfectly right. Yes, team, let me run the script and check it out. The report. Select Java file, right? This is my text file. It's ts test script login. Right click on it and run as a test ng test. Correct. So save this. It will take a little bit of time when you execute it first time. So yes, it's launches. It's maximize it perfectly right. It enters admin. Clicked on login window, login button. Yes, it's successfully logged in. And the title, if you see, the title is Orange HRM. Yes. So let me check the status. Now, if you go and check, the failure is also one, and then the login is failed. Mm, right. So I just want to check it out. What are the things happened over here? Okay, public void title login test at the rate of test. Okay, right. And the console test ng eclipse XML login failed assertion error expected and but not found. Correct. So now if you see it is orange HRMS, it's not orange HRM. No problem. We'll execute it in the next time also. We'll make it out some changes and we'll make it out pass. Right team? No problem. So let me check it out whether the report is generated or not. Yes, the report is generated or not on C drive. I want to check it out the sample report. Correct. So just open it sample report. Login validation report. Login validation report. Allow the contents. Oh, wow, it is a graphical representation. See how it looks like the test case, 100% pass. How many steps? Four steps, informations, right? Go ahead, check it out, expand this and check it out. What are the things? That is a report test ng, browser is maximized, entered username, entered password, click login, execution start and end time. Correct. It is passed. Now, if I go and check it out, the execution information, the total test is one test. How many test cases are passed? One test. How many steps? Total four steps. Correct, right? So this is what? This is an execution information. So you will get it the time, start time, end time, and the system details, your configuration, right? So I'm using a Windows OS 7, Windows 7 OS, then the name is Nilesh, and so on. You will get it all the details, right? So this is how your report looks like, right, team? Yes, we will see how to generate a log separately. How to generate a log separately using a log4j in a next session. So thank you for listening this video and watching this video. Thank you so much.